Hello and welcome to the Brick Creek. Today with a new company. Yes, the firma Kaco or Kaco blocks. Absolutely new for me. It's a 1x8 super sports car, obviously in Aston Martin. I believe it's a Vantage GT3. I am not totally sure. If I'm wrong, please correct me. They say, the company, the new one, it's for 14 above, model number C001. Yes, that's C001. That seems that's one of the first models in their C line. And we have 3,850 pieces. So this is the back. We have a black purple Aston Martin super sports car. I am a fan of the color purple, so I had to buy this, and I really like the Aston Martin sports cars. I believe the Aston Martin sports cars are really one of the best looking. And this is the front of the instructions, very glossy. Yes, it's a little bit, it suffered a little bit in the box, but hey, it's only the instructions. What is nice, we see in the beginning, we have the sign 1 car, so we have building steps. With nearly 4K on pieces, that's nice. I hate 4K on the desk. The instructions looks a little bit different than mostly from GoBricks or the other Chinese companies or Sambo. A little bit different. The old building steps are in one color. They are desaturated, and the parts you have to assemble are saturated. So that's easy. We have all the length, and we have the pieces here and the length we should use. So far everything looks fine. A little bit different and perhaps a little bit too small for the old man, but hey, that's nice. They tell you how far you should turn this, 90 degree or 180 or something. So with the other instructions you see only you have to turn it, but not how many degrees. So perhaps this is for persons that have problems with their room imagination or things in a room with the viewing angle. Perhaps this makes it easier. Okay, it looks pretty decent. I believe we will have no problems, but it's a really thick one. Okay, so instructions. Next, we have a look at the parts. Oh, here we have all the parts. We have 9 building steps. I'm curious how I want to decide which one is 6 or 9, because it looks totally the same. We will see. Okay, you have 9 building steps, you have some bags. That's nice that they, here the mud guards, that they are in an extra bag, so the possibility that they scratch is much lesser. Technic beams, I believe 15 length, a whole bag. Obviously 4 rims and tires, a bag of soft axles, 2 actuators. So we will need them perhaps for the wing doors, and another bag of panels. So far I can't tell you, just from looking at it, what it is. It looks a little bit like Sambo for me, but I don't know. I don't think this is GoBricks. Perhaps this is Kaco or Sambo or Winner or something. They have really good Technic pieces. We will see. That's the first Kaco set, and till now everything looks fine. So this is half of building step 1. The quality is okay. It's not GoBricks, so no molking quality, but it's okay. It's okay. Everything works fine, smoothly. You see here the possibilities to select. A lot of gears not connected at the moment. But what is strange in the instructions, we have this here going forward, and here, show it to you on the other side. This X connector, there is nothing, but inside here is a 4 length axle, and it's 1 length over the connector, it's stuck in between there, but is connected to nothing. That's really strange. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. The rest so far, everything fine. Like I said, the quality is okay. The pins are easier than Lego, and the gears over the axle are a little bit harder than Lego, but overall at the moment, no problems. So this is building step 1. And I don't know if I told you, in building step 1 is a bag with the two pins, two length pins in black, and in bag number 2, 3 and 4 are the 3 length pins and all the other pins. So you have to open bag 2, 3 and 4 in the beginning. Okay, it's a very unusual assembly process here. A lot of building techniques I haven't seen so before. Oh, my rabbit again. Okay, at the moment I can't really turn everything. It won't turn, because this here always changes, and so I have a problem. But perhaps when everything is built in, perhaps then it moves. So the quality is still okay. In the last take I showed you that here is an axle that I don't know because it's not connected. Now I get the original instructions, and there you see that this white rubber band is needed. It's not in the set, but this white rubber band is needed, and you connect it here. See it? There and there. It's a little late, I should have shown you this earlier, but I got the instructions only a few seconds ago. So, okay, so far. So this is the first mistake they forgot. And when I'm finished with this here, and you see the assembling video, if you're interested in the original PDF instructions, just write me, I send it to you. If your email account is big enough, because it's 102 megabyte, okay? So far, everything's fine, except this here. The missing gummy, rubber band, not gummy, rubber band. So this is the whole building step 2, and brought us the suspension and steering here in the front. Everything fine. Then we have this. Everything at the moment is not very smooth when it turns. It's a lot of pressure on the pieces. I'm not really happy with this at the moment. Oh, I've seen there's something wrong. But it's a good construction, but it doesn't run smooth. Perhaps when I'm finished, and here the choosing gear part, when this here is really settled, perhaps then it's better. But at the moment it's not so smooth as it should be. But the steering is smooth. That works fine. Steering just works fine. The rest not so well. As you see here, I can't turn this at the moment. I can turn it, but it's a lot of pressure on the pieces. It's not good. Oh, this is the complete building step 3. And I'm honest, I disassembled 1 and 2 completely, assembled it new. It runs a little bit smoother, but not totally smooth. And I'm sure I found the part that is, who makes it a little bit difficult. Okay, the seats are really cool. We can adjust them here with that slider. And the seats and this construction here is built in one, and then clicked to the rest. The same for the other side. That's really cool. I haven't seen this before, to build such a big structure with the driver and the seat and click it in. That's really cool. Then we have here a fake gas and bremse pedal. And with the rubber connectors, you even have a little bit to push. So that's a nice detail. A nice detail. That's the view from the front. Cool seats, totally different seats that I have ever built. So that's really nice. I haven't built a seat like this before. And the reason for that the whole thing is not totally smooth sits here. Underneath this frame is another frame, and inside are two of the black gears. They're sitting here and here, and two of the small black gears sitting here and here. And that doesn't run smoothly. You need a lot of pressure, and that's the reason. It's inside here. And you can do nothing about it. That's perhaps this was a mock, and I'm sure that the mocker designed this here with Lego. And perhaps with Lego you can build this technique. But with that bricks here, it doesn't run smoothly. I hope it will be not a really big issue when we finish this here, but we will see. Okay, now building step 4 brings us the back axle, suspension, drivetrain and everything. Okay. So this is half of building step 4 and brought us the back axle. And here I had the first missing part. You see this here? It turns really smooth. No problem at all. This here was missing. And I took it out of my old McLaren P1 from Lapin. And you see, it's not turning at all. It turns, but ah man, you need really some power. So okay, this sucks, but what can I do? At least we have the possibility to, or I have the possibility to show it to you with all the 4 wheels instead of 3. So just for the review and the sake of that it's finished. Perhaps with a little bit sanding paper, but I'm too lazy now. Okay, you see, this just really works smoothly. This differential I didn't change in direction, so the front has, the other has the big side on this side, so they are 180% degree, not the same, and that must be it. I heard that on this part here, on with the big teeth here, another piece will slide, but we will see. We will see if this is an issue. Well, building step 4 is done, and the marriage of the back axle and the corpus is easy. You have to manage 6 pins, I believe, and only one axle must be in the correct position. Underneath the back axle, the long 12 one connects somewhere here to the other, and so you see we have a 4-wheel drive, no problem at all. That was easy. I was so scared because the Bugatti cost me so many nerves to marriage the 2 parts. Here was really much easier to do. Okay, the building techniques are really unique. Most of the other cars have other building techniques, but I'm always happy if I see new building techniques, and it works. So building step 5 is done, and yes, brought us a lot of pieces here at the back axle, a lot of securing and stabilizing and everything. So this is really massive here at the back. Then we got built in the steering. Oh, come on. It's a little bit pressure on the set. So the thing here with the steering, you see we have 4 of the cardan joints, and when they are correct here, it's easy to steer. But when you move this here a little bit in, then it doesn't move really. So best thing is you need an, oh sorry for that, wait, so you need an additional X stopper here, axle stopper, and then everything is alright. Then we build in here the V12, and you see it, we have purple X stoppers, axle stoppers, not in gray or in yellow, no, in in purple. Here the front, that's a extremely unique building techniques you use here the whole time. And this is one of the most secure models I have ever built. Everything is double, 3 times, 4 times secured. So, you know, mostly of the time I sell my sets because I don't have the space to keep them all. And I will sell this here too. But the guy who will, who can afford this, who will buy this, and he wants to build it again, oh man, he needs a lot of time to disassemble this here, because it's one of the most secure Technic sets I have ever built. And I'm so happy that I decided to rebuild after 2 building steps and not after 4 or 5, because man, this is really secure set. I believe this here can fall down from 2 or 4 or 3 meters and not much will happen. So, building step 6, and I told you in the beginning when I show you the bags that I can't see what is 6 and what is 9, and I still couldn't see it, but I was lucky. I got the 6, and 6 is with 4 of these purple panels. Then you have 6, 9 has different purple parts. Okay, what is new here for the doors? The panels, side panels here. Then we assembled a lot at the back, make it real sturdy. And what I really like, I don't know if you see this. These panels here, they are black, but here at the edge, they are purple. They colored them purple at the edge. What a work! Man, I was really surprised that someone is doing this amount of work for nearly invisible. And we have the actuators here. And this was the first time I was really angry assembling this. You see this 13 length lift arm? And it sits on 8 pins. So you have to push over 8 pins. Normally no problem. 2 of these pins are static. But the other 6 here, they're sitting on the 3 length pins. So they are turning. And try this here with 6 pins that could turn. Man, you can imagine what I mean. Yes, you can imagine. That was really annoying. Okay, the rest is absolutely cool, absolutely no problem, makes still a lot of fun. And what I like that we have no scratches at the moment. I've seen barely no scratches at all. Okay, so 7, 8 and 9 and we are done. Oh, this is building step 7, brought us really far. And this was the longest building step, or it took me the longest time. And not because of the parts and the sheer amount of parts. It was sometimes really frustrating in the back, because you don't see exactly sometimes where to bring on the pieces. And then it's a lot of pressure. So you have to bend some things, and yes, it was not easy. Okay, but first we got a little bit of the roof here. It's stable, but not so stable that you can carry it on the roof, or I wouldn't do it. Then we have here the fender, mudguard, whatever you want to say. And you always have the feeling it sits not completely on. I don't know. I'm not totally happy with this here. The angle here isn't easy to do. But right now we have the really nice part, the back. It looks really astonishing. It's a cool back, but it's hard to build. You need a lot of nerves. It's not easy. It's not easy. Building techniques are unusual. Sometimes a little bit frustrating, but okay, I did it. And if I can do it, most of you can do it. Because, you know, I'm not a good Technic man, but I did it. I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay. Yeah, we are nearly, I believe with the end, we are nearly finished. to spoiler, doors, but we have not much left. That's everything here. These two bags has to finish it here. Okay, we will see. Building step 8, we are nearly finished, and it brought us here the roof, the doors. The doors are here assembled with one pin, and through these connector bricks with pin and axle here, the axle from the rear mirror or the side mirror goes through, and so the mirror always goes in when the doors goes out, but that's not a problem for me, at least. But I think the doors are looking really cool. I like the roof. I like how this here is made. I love this here, the mud guard. Okay, we have some little gaps, but overall it's absolutely okay. Here the really fantastic back view. I think this is really astonishing. Really nice. And here the top, the cover here, this is openable. If you have not so fatty fingers like me, yes, you can open it. And I like this here, the mud guard sitting in here with this soft axle. Perfect. Really perfect. This is a really cool car. Okay. Yeah, like I said, the back here is not easy, flimsy, strange building techniques. You have to be sure that everything sits really tight and at the place it should be. And if this is the case, then it looks astonishing and everything fits together. But it's not easy. The rear of the car is really not easy to assemble. Okay, one building step missing and we are done. So it's done, building step 9, and we are finished. And I think this is awesome. This is really one of the best 1x8 cars I have ever built. Yes, there are some frustrating parts in the back, and the quality isn't superb. It's a little bit like Kaco. 4 or 5 pieces have not so good clutch power, the rest is absolutely okay. I had 4 missing pieces. I have a lot of over pieces, nearly 100 pieces are over. Technic beams and everything. I'm really surprised how much pieces are left. And yes, here it is. That's the look from the front here. And I think it's a cool front. So now the battery is dropping. Okay, the rear and the rest I show you in the review. Okay, then we show how it's driving, the doors, the spoiler and everything. Okay. Thank you for watching. I'm Frank, your brick freak, and I catch you in the next one.